Welcome to Fritz. I have so much to think about, and this is the least of my worries.
Bottlenecked right there.
Yep. Welcome to Fritz, your one-stop for news, current events, and all forms of entertainment relating to the paranormal, the supernatural, the Fortean, and things that go bump in the night, all packaged and presented by Know Nothing Know-It-Alls, entertaining the unknown. Hello, I am Fritz, and for the next hour, I will be joined, as always, by co-host Mandaddy.
Hi.
Kaz.
Howdy.
Angela.
Yo.
Full house tonight, baby.
I know.
Yeah,
It's been a bit.
We here.
We start tonight with something absolutely terrifying. What would you do if you decided to wake up every day and you wanted to make your life a little better? You live next to a beach. You decide to walk on a beach for a couple of minutes a day.
Yeah.
Just to kind of clear
peaceful.
the mind space, right? You know?
Get
Makes
the
sense.
negative ions.
Like that. Grounding.
Then you see a large piece of metallic, maybe aluminum foil that washed up on shore. It's got a big old pink rubber band wrapped around it. What would you do?
Definitely unwrap it.
Yeah.
You would unwrap it.
With a stick.
Kaz, you would unwrap, and
100%.
also Angela, you would unwrap it.
Yeah.
We start this story with a man in Racine, Wisconsin, who was doing that very thing. He was walking on his local beach and saw a package that looked like a brick of aluminum foil with a pink rubber band tied around it. That's the man in question, Jimmy Senda. And this is Fox 6
Nice
Now.
mask.
This is a local Racine, Wisconsin website and news organization. He said he was walking along the beach shore and found the package that looks right there.
Whoa.
When he opened it up,
What?
he said
Yeah.
it looked like a baked chicken.
Oh, God.
What it turned out being was a brain.
Like a human brain.
Oh, my.
It was a human brain.
Big old
Human
brain wrapped up with foil and a pink bow.
Big old human brain.
Big
Yep.
old brain.
So
What's going on?
he said he usually goes out and see if he can collect some sea glass and random stuff. Well, that random stuff turned into a human brain.
He's like,
It can mean a lot of
Yeah.
things.
definitely like kind of truncate that list a little bit. Sea
Yeah,
glass
exactly.
and shells and not brain.
Yeah. If I can get
More doubloons, less the brain.
Less organs from humans.
I got a sea biscuit.
yeah.
I got
If
a
I can-
sand dollar.
If I can get anything
and a
but brain, that would be awesome.
I would definitely think that'd be a chicken. A
Yeah.
whole
looks like a
roast
chicken.
chicken.
It
Yeah.
kind of looks like a big old roasted chicken. So if you want to see this, just go to realradio.fm. And he said, curiosity got to me, so I popped it open, and it looked like a chicken breast.
But the flavor was way off.
It took a little bit for it to really register of what was going on. It was a brain. And then he called the cops. The cops said, yeah, that's a brain. And
They are the brain masters.
but right before that,
Racine's
city
finest.
employees that he also flagged down said, yeah, that's a brain. What's weird is that wrapped around it, it's Chinese lettering. You see that there? Faint Chinese lettering. It adds obviously mystery to it because a human brain on its own, on itself, not enough.
Well, fear
we need
loving in
more.
Las Vegas taught us that you can
Okay,
get
but this
stuff
is
from the
also
human
in-
brain.
Yeah, that's true.
Racine,
It's
Wisconsin.
in Wisconsin,
Yeah.
so it's not like it just floated over the Pacific and landed on the beach in Wisconsin.
Exactly. He was talking to some city employees, and they said, yeah, that's a brain. And then the cop said, yeah, that looks like a brain. Curiously enough, scientists, as of right now, after doing their biopsy, they don't know if it's a human brain or not. It could be any kind of a primate or great ape brain.
Yeah, but the size
It looks like
lends
it,
it
right.
to human.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So speaking of brains, this is a video that is absolutely perplexing. This comes to us from, I'm going to say Nigeria, some kind of African country. But a man decided to do the ultimate deed for his dear, dear girlfriend. He wanted to tell her how much she means to him. And obviously the only way to do that is to propose, right?
Yeah.
So he decided to do that by faking his death in an automobile accident.
Oh my god!
Oh no.
That's his girlfriend in red.
Oh
my
God.
He
This is
decided
horrible.
he decided to
Wait, and there's some guy with like a microphone?
all of the
filming
cameras. Look at this.
Everyone's hip except for her.
You see up here it says no audio. She's raising his head up and
Is that
down,
fake
talking
blood
to
on the
him.
ground?
That's fake
Looks
blood.
like
Yeah.
yeah.
and you see someone recording it with a field microphone. Oh, and then it pops up.
Oh.
And then he pops up and he says, "Look," and he stares her down.
Please
Look at
tell
this.
me she slaps the hell out of this dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
What is he doing? What?
Give her
What
the
is
zombie
this?
stare.
I'd kick him in the balls.
Well, look, he's reaching out for the ring. He has the ring now, and then look at the lady in the dress right here who goes, "Oh my God, you got to be kidding me!"
Like, dude, this is really important.
And that's her right there. And she goes, curiously enough, the video cuts out before she says yes or no.
Well,
Thoughts?
she was doing the hand on the face. I'm probably going to say. I like that Mandaddy, who's been in the relationship the longest, is cackling with joy about this whole situation, and the rest of us are like, "Oh my God, what the hell? Who would do that?"
So is this something that you've thought about, Amanda?
Did Lady Daddy, is that what you did? Scared her to death?
No, I actually did it at a trivia night. But what was funny is
What was the question?
Well, that's a good thing. That was what's funny is that I said to the crowd, "All right, I have one question left, and only one person can answer it. And if they get it right, everybody gets a point." And I walk over to her, and I get down on one knee. She was having a conversation with her friend Dagan, and I was on one knee with the ring out, and she turned to me. She said, "Wait, hold on, just a second." And then she turns around and like, "Ah!" and she grabs the ring and puts it on her own finger really quick. I know it turned out great.
So let's watch this one more time. You see the people horrified running up to his lifeless body. He's wearing a bright yellow shirt and a little bit of blood. Which, okay, I'm going to pause the video here. I've seen a lot of best gore videos. This does not look like a dead dude.
No, God, no.
No.
From a car accident.
No.
So.
No.
His shirt is extremely clean.
Yeah, he looks very cleaned up.
Yes.
She actually looks really cute too. She's all dressed
The whole
up in a
thing
cute
is
little
like, yeah,
dress.
everyone's like.
So is the whole thing fake?
Yeah, the whole thing can
the
be fake.
whole thing's
Yeah.
fake because she
Right?
looks
She
way
seemed-
too cute.
Well, she seems
She's
like she's
dressed for
actually
this.
like distressed.
And why isn't she questioning why someone has a field mic on them?
And also, there's
I don't
no
know. You don't
audio,
know.
which is
Okay.
curious. It says no audio up here, and then he springs up to life. She kind of backs up, and then you see everyone
And
with their
then
field.
he looks like he's going to murder her for
Right.
half a
He's like
second.
standing there
He
and
looks
it's like-
very intense.
That's what I thought was odd. Like he stares her down,
Don't.
does not lose eyesight from her, and then takes the knee, and you see her friend over here in the really cute dress. She's like, "Oh my God!" And then
She's like,
his
"This
friend
is
over
insane."
here is even like, "What the hell, man? This is crazy,
Just
right?"
take her
He's
to a
like,
nice
"Jesus."
restaurant, man. What are you doing?
Yeah, exactly. So, can we say right now on Real Radio 104.1,
Thumbs down.
don't fake your
Don't do
death if you're
Yeah.
trying to propose to
You know,
someone you
death
love.
and marriage proposal is not like the same. Like it sounds like an '80s movie plot thing, but it's not. It's not going to work in real life.
Yeah, it just seems rude.
Yes.
It just seems rude.
It is rude.
Just-
You're right. That's the appropriate
Yeah.
word for that. It's rude.
There is something even bigger than that
Dun, dun, dun.
when it comes to extraterrestrial life, and that is Venus. What do you know about extraterrestrial life
I
on
heard
Venus?
about
Looks
this.
like that, yeah.
It's pretty hot there.
Yeah, very hot. It's actually
like hell.
yes, it is like hell. A good
How would you
day,
know?
a good day
Been
on
there.
Venus would melt iron.
Men are from Mars.
Yep.
Women are from Venus. Hello.
A good day on Venus would melt iron. A cold day creates iron frost, which basically means just iron ores freeze and they don't melt. They're just in a natural
Yummy.
state on Venus. We now know that there might be extraterrestrial life in the clouds of Venus. We have detected phosphine. Phosphine is a biosignature. That means it's a potential indicator of life. That means we don't know of any abiotic situation where phosphine is produced. That means, like carbon dioxide from our lungs, phosphine comes from some kind of microbe.
Right.
We do not know of any instance on Earth where phosphine is created in an abiotic, without life situation. We decided, and this is universetoday.com, we decided to do a little analysis on the environment of Venus. We compared it to our Earth. That's called terracentricity, by the way, right there. Terracentricity.
Nice.
Basing all biological models on life as we know it on Earth. Everyone in?
Yeah, like egocentric view of the universe.
Exactly. So what we decided is that the phosphine detected on Venus is 20 parts per billion. So 20 molecules of phosphine in a billion molecule sample.
Of atmosphere. Or Venus's atmosphere.
Yep.
Venetian?
Yes.
Venusian.
Yep. Venusian.
Venusian.
So think of it this way.
It's a really cool word.
It is. If an alien civilization is looking at Earth, they see that our oxygen is 10 times what it should be. And that's because of the billions of years of forest regrowth and growth. And so they go, there could be life there for an organism that needs oxygen, like most of the organisms on Earth. Phosphine, 20 parts per billion, at a level where there is an organism in the cloud structure of Venus to produce phosphine. They actually, in every model, decided it's far less that we think we would need to produce 20 parts per billion in Venus's atmosphere, which means there is life on Venus. There is absolute life on Venus. We thought it would be like, there would have to be like, you know, this one mega biomass. Right. No, it's all over the planet. There is life on Venus. Like, that is, without a doubt, there's life on Venus. How
Again,
cool
we've
is
talked
that?
about life
in the clouds?
being...
In the clouds,
right,
yeah.
Like, life not necessarily being sentient, like things with spines or whatever, but it could be, you know, like you said, molecules or...
Water vapor.
Yeah.
So if water vapor evaporates, but then it gets into that cloud level where water vapor is safe, and then above that, it evaporates again. It's in that biodome, that little eggshell. According to universetoday.com, there is life in
I actually
Venus.
read right after that. I don't know if it's part of this article or not.
That's really cool.
But,
How dope.
Russia came out and basically said Venus is a Russian planet. Like, they kind of made the declaration.
Of course
like,
they did.
Venus, like, pretty much right after a week or so after this, it was like, Venus is Russian.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Over my dead body.
Right, prove it,
doesn't
bro.
work that way, buddy.
Putin.
I will end with this. Speaking of life finding a way, you are looking at a video of an alpine musk deer in northeastern China. The thing that is so cool about this is a hunter's cam. And this was recorded on, September 14th, 2020. You see it replay. The alpine musk deer has been extinct for 40 years.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
That's always good to hear.
Hide. Keep going.
Yeah, especially because you're on a hunter cam.
Yeah.
The alpine musk deer is making a comeback in northeastern China,
That's
which
amazing.
means life finds a way.
Life does find a way.
Let's hope because it's going to need to find a lot of ways.
We start off with a dead brain in Racine, Wisconsin. We end up with a cute little
live deer
China.
brain.
Oh.
Yeah. And on that note, let's take a little break. You're listening to Fort Fritz on Real Radio 104.1.
That was wholesome.
Fort Fritz on Real Radio 104.1.
Hi, and welcome back to Fort Fritz on Real Radio 104.1. As always, we've got right over there, we got your host, Fritz.
Hi.
We got Kaz right over here.
I'm right over here.
And right now, to bring you some new info for your brain, we got Angela.
Hey.
What you got for us this week?
Thanks for that intro, Mandaddy.
Oh, you're very welcome.
So
Appreciate
professional.
that. So, Mr. Angela and I happened upon a new YouTube channel called... It's German.
Called
You
Throat
have to
Clear.
ease them
It's
into
German.
that. Be careful,
Yeah.
this is German.
Sorry. Kurzgesagt.
Okay.
It's,
Gesundheit.
thank you.
Como se scribble?
It's Kurzgesagt.
Sounds right.
Kurzgesagt.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like...
It's Kurzgesagt and then it's dash in a nutshell. So I looked it up, which when you write in Kurzgesagt in the Google, the second thing is, what does this mean?
So it's this guy right here.
And it means in a nutshell, which is like the English idiom of that, but it's like their version of saying it in short.
Right.
And actually, as Fritz let us know, Kurz means short.
Short, yeah.
Yeah.
Kurz, Kurz means short.
Like, be very curt.
Yeah,
Be
to be very short. Yeah,
Exactly, which I'm always saying that German is basically drunk English.
Oh, man. German is so much more efficient than English.
Yeah.
It's like, you drink? That means, are you drinking?
Yeah.
You know, like, it's just two words. You drink?
You drink? Yeah.
You're like,
That makes sense. Yeah, I drink.
you so? You food?
Why use lot word when few do good?
Yeah, exactly.
What if you do just as good?
I was on a German airline once, Lufthansa,
Oh, yeah.
and I was just looking around at all the different words around the plane, just trying to figure out if I could figure out what each thing was, and you can, because it sounds kind of like English, but
Exactly,
not
yeah.
really. Like a life vest is Schwimmweste.
Yeah.
A Schwimmwest.
Yeah.
A Schwimmwest.
German is
That's
very easy to learn, and I haven't taken lessons in months, but I would imagine I could pick it up.
That's why Asian languages just freak me out, because there's just no connection whatsoever.
Yeah, it's very different.
With the Latin and Germanic, things like that, you could piece together things. But with Asian languages, it's like, what?
Well, learning the Romance languages, you learn one, you can kind of pick up the others.
Yeah.
Very similar, lots of cognates and very similar sentence structures and
Cognates.
Cognates.
Look
Words
at her
that sound like
using
a word.
words.
Yeah.
That's a word.
It's a word. It's a
The word about words.
It's a word about
The
words.
word.
A word
So
that
what
describes words.
What about Kurzgesagt in a nutshell? YouTube.
I had to look it
What
up.
about this?
It is a German animation studio founded by Philip Detmar,
Mm-hmm.
and it focuses on minimalist animated educational content using the flat design style. It discusses scientific, technological, political, philosophical, and psychological subjects.
So let's watch a little bit of Are You Real? This is the video from...
Oh yeah,
I hope not.
These make your brain hurt.
Yeah, God, I hope I'm not real.
Right?
This is Are You Real? Is Reality Real? The Simulation Argument. And this is from the Kurzgesagt channel. So here it is, and I will mute this. Okay, already. They're stripping
go.
bones and muscles from
look, it's the
a
brain
cadaver. The brain is
Racing
bleeding.
brain.
They're erasing the brain.
The racing brain. I like that.
I do that every weekend.
Is the Earth flat? Oh dear.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So it looks good. What's the animation similar to?
It's kind of like an infograph, but like better. Like it's not like they're not doing like those, each word is animated on screen kind of thing. They're showing you like a little brief kind of animation.
It's very
about
poppy, lots of good colors.
Yes.
Very clear. Visually, it's very beautiful.
Absolutely.
Have you ever watched that YouTube channel Crash Course, John Green?
No.
Oh, that's another great one. He uses, he's an American author. He uses them, I think, like outsources them to do his animation for his videos, where he kind of does Crash Course of history, Crash Course of anything. They're very fun,
What's
silly.
it called? Crash Course?
Yeah, Crash Course. And very fun, silly educational videos about history usually.
Oh, like I saw
it's
the one that was like
exact
the
same animation.
history of the
as-
world in like
Yes.
like
And it's
5 minutes or
yes.
whatever, where the guy like rapidly just goes
and
through.
he does
like,
these really funny asides, and he kind of,
Is it the
it's very
English guy?
witty. No, he's American.
Okay.
He's written a couple
Amish?
books.
Amish English.
Oh, I thought you said Amish.
What is he?
Amish?
It's him and
One
his
of them
brother.
Ain't one of them Amish up there.
Amish.
Eat that
I
Amish.
got them Amish with the
Amish animation.
They make like barns and stuff.
They do it by candlelight with the fingers and
That's how they
shadows.
do them Amish.
And then you go, how did they record it if it's digital? You just go, don't worry about that.
They got magic.
So it's him and his brother who do these videos, and there was a movie that came out that was pretty popular not that long ago. It had Shailene
Avengers?
Woodley in it.
And who in it?
Shailene Woodley in it.
Shailene.
I read the book actually, but anyway, so he uses them for his animation, which is really effective in the way he teaches, and it
Very beautiful animation.
it's beautiful, and the
Easy.
rhythm and
Clean.
the way that
Yeah,
they do it's
clean.
very clean.
Yep, you got that, Mandaddy.
So I just kind of fell into a hole of watching all of these, and I had kind of a random assortment of ones that we watched.
Yeah.
And one of them was just on milk,
Okay.
and it was really fascinating.
Yeah,
because
well-
it goes at all angles, and I watched it, and I was like, this is exactly how I think about the world.
Tell
Because
us
they're
all
like,
about it.
this is like, is milk good for you? Is milk good? Like, why do we drink milk? Should we drink milk? Who drinks milk? Why do you like?
Why do we drink the milk of another animal and not?
Exactly.
right.
So, and it really goes into it's like milk. Yes, it has a lot of really good things in it. It's very high caloric.
Is it that one right there? Milk?
There it
White
is.
Poison or healthy drink?
Yes.
Poison?
White poison?
That's what I call
Yeah.
Mandaddy when he's not listening.
You son of a bitch.
Hey, take it back, baby boy.
Drink it up.
Take
Drink
it
it
I'll
up.
give you points on
Yeah.
that one,
Yeah,
you
that one
jackass.
was good.
He'll give you a mustache.
Man, white poison daddy. It's just crammed in there.
And it really goes into all the health benefits and just, but all over the world. Like in America, we drink it, but we don't like need it. But then there's some
Yeah.
third world countries that it's like, it's high caloric, has a lot of vitamins and a lot of nutrition for them. It's good for them. But in America, we like overexploit it, the crap out of it.
Yeah.
And it's become like an environmental problem. And so it goes through all those different elements of it. Like, and then some people are lactose intolerant, some people it's fine for, some people they really need it, and it's like, and then it goes into what's the answer to all these problems, like what are things that we can do, but it doesn't go in a preachy way, it doesn't say it in a way that comes from any angle. It's very unbiased and it's just educational.
So, okay. So, full disclosure, I'm a vegetarian, but really I'm a pescatarian. So I will.
You're lacto-ovo too, right?
Yeah, that's as a vegetarian. It's like lacto-ovo is usually the regarded regular status because there's.
Would you eat the eggs of a non-chicken?
I had quail eggs for the first time the other day. That was okay.
They're adorable.
Yeah.
They are so cute.
Yep.
You're just like making kissy noises at it. You're cracking You're going to be a little quail, weren't you? No, you weren't.
You weren't.
No, you weren't.
Get into my belly.
You're going to get some pepper on you.
No, okay, so someone who does not eat meat on a day-to-day basis, I think this is a great idea. You are, with this channel, teaching people that it's not really normal for any other species to drink or eat milk.
Right.
But then there comes the ethical question of cheese. And the brain has built up receptors to
Correct.
say, yes, I want cheese, I want
addictive.
cheese, I want cheese.
That's about a third of my brain.
The ethical question of cheese.
No, we have a rule in our house. The answer with cheese is always yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, do we need cheese? Yes.
Yes.
Do you want cheese? Yes. Should we add cheese? Yes.
But at the same time, you are enslaving another farm animal to do that, and it's not sustainable.
That's where you get into the whole ethical issue about
That's
factory
why we're talking about
farming
it, yeah.
and things like that. And that's where there is a turn in America in a good way that you're seeing more ethical farming going on because people are so much more active and wondering about where their produce and where their meat and everything comes from. And so there are farmers, you are able to find local farms that are actually doing these things right and treating the animals with respect. Because when you think about milk, they're making the milk.
This video is adorable, by the way, too.
But then you also have, are you going to be injecting them with hormones to create more milk and blah, blah,
yeah.
blah.
Well,
it's all
that's
about
the other
that.
issue, yeah.
They basically have these factories where these cows are they keep making them pregnant over and over and over again. And they literally just have them up against these machines that are just sucking milk out of their teats. And that's their life until they can't have any more babies. And then they just slaughter them.
Angela, I don't know if you've seen the documentary Cowspiracy.
I don't know if I want to see that.
Well, it's great. It's on Netflix. It starts off, it's this like stoner, surfer, skateboarder, hippie looking guy. And he goes, now in California, we can't have water running for a prolonged period of time. So we have to do this, we have to do that. And he goes, I'm going to go to my state representative and I'm going to ask him why. He goes there and the state representative goes, well, we have a reduced water shortage because basically the meat council. And so it starts off like just this documentary. The guy's just trying to get to answers. About halfway through, he's like, so apparently there's a hit on my life in Central America. And the guy like is still in LA and he's like, holy F. And then it goes to black and it goes, funding from the movie was immediately removed, and then Leonardo DiCaprio said that I would continue funding the movie. And then he gets down to the bottom of it. It's because of the deforestation of the Amazon rainforest. That's why you can't spend excess water in LA, which is insane.
Butterfly effect.
Yes, but they actually came out with an app called Cowspiracy, and it's like, hey, here are some fast facts about vegetarianism. How much water does it take to grow one crop of food compared to 1 pound of beef? And it's like 1 crop of food, it takes about 1,800 gallons. To raise 1 pound of beef, it takes enough water to float an effing aircraft destroyer 3 inches. Which means it takes 170 million gallons of water to raise 1 pound of beef.
But conversely, you have a problem with almond milk versus regular milk.
Well, you don't
That
because
does use a lot of water too.
Nope, you don't though because it's not even comparable. That's
It's
the thing.
not, but it still does use a lot of water. It's
Yeah,
not
but compared to that, it's not the same.
It's
Yeah,
not. But
so
compared to other
contrasting.
milk alternatives,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is-
exactly.
It uses a lot of water.
Yeah, it's insane. It's like all of the facts are out there. It's better to not eat meat, and the fact that we're where we are now with 19 unnamed storms in the Atlantic, it's like the world's gonna get
I think it's going to happen more out of necessity than any kind of like social movement or like wokeness or whatever. Like it's just going to be unsustainable, and you're not going to be able to get the meat that you want.
Right.
People are going to go, you know what, whatever. Let's have some cabbage or whatever tonight. So.
It's true though.
Right to cabbage.
It's not going to come from people trying to be more aware.
They're just not going to get to have it.
It's a necessity.
You can't get enough people to actually change their minds. Unfortunately, people are just so greedy.
Right.
And they just
they're
want
greedy,
what they want.
they're egocentric, and people are dumb.
Yeah.
That's the fact of the matter is that persons, individuals can be very smart, but people are dumb.
Yeah.
And they're myopic. And right now we are in the most dangerous time because people just don't believe facts. Period. You can come at them with every fact, every science, peer-reviewed study, whatever you want, and they're just like, nope. And it's the scariest time to be alive because of that, in my opinion.
Yeah. So.
What was this YouTube channel? One more time.
Kurzgesagt.
Man, how do you spell that?
I gotta.
You got it up right
On
there.
the spot.
Yeah, it's right here.
I can't read that.
Kurzgesagt.
I also wanted to say that I watched this one video that they talked about with hypergiants. You know, like
Gundam robots?
like ginormous
Celestial.
stars.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And that stuff hurts my brain. Like when they start going through like the sizes of each one and
This
how
one right
big
here?
and what's
The largest star in the universe?
and you start to realize
How
that I sent everyone here in the
stupid small we
text
are, yeah.
that I was like, I'm an amoeba. Like we're all amoebas.
you did, and I didn't know what that meant.
Actually, an amoeba would be large for what we actually are compared to
I
the
know.
universe.
An
We're
atom.
nothing.
We're a
We're-
speck of
quark.
dust. You know,
Like it's like here's Earth, and then here's Earth compared to the Sun. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
we're very small. And then it's like here's Earth compared to Betelgeuse. Here's Earth, and then the air, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger to the point that the Sun you can't even see it anymore on this scale.
Yeah.
Right.
And it blows my mind. It's like when I was in kindergarten and someone was like, nothing can ever actually be sharp. It's always flat on top.
Dude.
And then I spent the next like 24 hours of my life just going like, oh my God, you're right. Like microscopically, it can never actually be sharp. If you get all
And you
the way
never
down to
actually
the
touch
very, very,
anything.
very,
There's
very,
always
very, very
space.
end of it, it's always like flat on top.
Yeah.
It can never actually be sharp. And that just blew my mind. And like for the rest of the day in kindergarten, I was like, I can't focus on this like addition. This
I've got
pencil's not
existential
actually
dread
sharp.
going on
I
over
sat there,
here.
the pencil sharp.
Just
I'm like,
grinding 17 pencils down to the nub. Like, no.
5-year-old Angel is like, I must be sharp. I must be sharp.
yeah.
These videos are
They're
absolutely.
complex. They're cool, right?
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
absolutely
you'll fall
beautiful.
into a rabbit hole. You'll watch them for like a whole week and be like, what happened to my
How
leg?
long do they average?
Around 12 minutes.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So they're great. They're
Yeah,
perfect
little
little
bite size.
delicious.
So that's again Kurz, Kurz, and then Gesagt, which is Gesagt. Kurzgesagt.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Beautiful. Thank
Yeah,
you.
you're
Thank you so
welcome.
much. You're listening to Fort Fritz.
Was it okay?
Oh, that looked like that hurt. Oh, that looked like that hurt.
He's
That
never-
sounded like two coconuts.
That's
I'm all right.
Fort Fritz on Real Radio 104.1.
Welcome back to Fort Fritz right here on Real Radio 104.1. I'm your host, Fritz, joined as always by Angela,
Yo, yo.
Kaz,
a rumph.
and now Mandaddy is going to tell us about some shows he's been watching.
Yes.
Including,
2 shows and a movie.
okay,
And
so
I'm glad I got a harump out of that guy.
Nice.
The first TV show is on HBO and HBO Max. I don't think it's an HBO Max exclusive. It's just HBO, and it's called Raised by Wolves.
Ooh,
Okay.
it's so good.
It's directed and produced by I believe by Ridley Scott.
Yeah.
I don't think he wrote it. He didn't write it, right?
Oh, that's a tough call. Is he directing all the episodes?
Or did he just? I don't know. Well, Ridley Scott's involved. All
Is
right,
it about
Ridley Scott's
Romulus and
involved.
Remus?
It's it's a science fiction show, which we're about 6 episodes in, I think, of the season right
Yeah.
now.
is
Yeah.
it the American TV series or the British TV series? Because there's 2.
I would say American.
I think that's American. It's on-
2020 sci-fi?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, brand new one. And it's either going to be a sprawling epic, or at some point it's going to crap the bed.
Yeah.
It's right in between that because I'm really enjoying it, but at the same time I'm like, this could go either way. this could go. I'm
Some
rooting.
people can like create these really cool worlds and have this like really cool concept, and they just cannot stick a landing.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, and where are you going? They're like, I don't know. This is as far as I got. And, you're like, and someone gave you the rights to a whole show.
Millions and millions of dollars.
J.J. Abrams.
Walking Dead.
Oh, ow.
What did you say?
Walking Dead.
J.J.
Oh,
Abrams.
absolutely.
Darabont.
That thing went nowhere quick.
True Blood.
Like after 3.
True Blood was,
Yes.
what a disappointment.
I love you.
Season 1 and 2, I was like in it, and then fairies. I was
What
like
about
gone.
Cuckoo?
Okay, I didn't finish it yet.
See, in Cuckoo, after the first season, the character who plays Cuckoo, gone. Actor played Cuckoo, gone.
What?
So
And
what
they
is
have, and they bring in
bro.
a new actress for the lead.
Ew,
Yeah,
weird.
it's a huge bait and switch,
Bummer,
but that's not what I'm
'cause
talking
I
about right
really
now.
like Greg Davies.
That is a bummerama.
The first season was great, and then
Yeah.
But anyway,
bummer.
okay, back to what I'm talking about. But Raised by Wolves, it's a sci-fi series where the Earth basically we blow up the Earth because we eventually always do in sci-fi movies and
Because we're
TV shows.
humans.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the main reason is because of a war between atheists and theists. People that believe in religion and people that don't believe in religion. And that's where the huge war on Earth takes place.
Rather than having philosophy and religion involved, does this show kind of like hint on that?
Well, basically, like I said, it's only 6 episodes in, and right
So
now
no.
it's basically cleaved. It's just basically cleaved. Either you're believers or non-believers.
Yeah.
You know, it's very black
And
and,
that's
white.
very particular.
I hate
yeah,
that.
very much.
That's
so.
like the first thing you like if you meet someone new. That's what you ask them.
Right.
That's what it seems like in this world.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like, and if you believe the other, I'm just going to shoot you.
Yeah.
And so because the planet is dying, we're trying to populate another planet. It's actually I can't think of it. It's actually one of the closest planets that looks like it could possibly have life. And
Kepler 22b.
boom, thank you. And the atheists, instead of the theists, build a giant ark, and they put a whole bunch of believers on an ark, and they go off to this planet. But then another guy goes, well, no, we can get there quicker if we use androids and just birth the kids there. So they send off 2 androids that have the ability to grow children. Basically, they get to the planet, they plug her in, their mother and father, the name of the androids, mother and father, and they plug her in, they get a bunch of goo, and she grows 6 kids.
That's how it works.
You know,
Yeah.
you know,
Kids grow and goo.
yeah, kids grow and goo. That's why
They
we do
need
nowadays.
goo. They
Yeah.
thrive in goo.
It's
That's a
2020,
fact.
man.
That's
It's
a
2020.
fact.
And it just goes from there, and I love the style is very cool. The cinematography is great.
Oh yeah.
And things that change with the story. I really like the twists and turns it's bringing up. What happens with Mother is awesome.
Yeah.
And
She gets
it's
gooey.
But I'm just waiting to see: is it
Gooey,
going
gooey.
to sprawl or is it going to poop? You know, it's
Right.
It's right on the edge. I'm enjoying it, but I'm not. I can't give it a rating yet.
So, Raised by Wolves has been directed by Ridley Scott and Luke Scott, his son.
Oh,
Did you know that?
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, look at that right there.
Adorable.
Directed by Ridley Scott, Luke Scott, and then Who Cares, and then Who Cares, and then that's it.
And then a bunch of more.
Yeah.
But it's just I like the aesthetic of
Yeah.
it, you
Oh,
know.
yeah.
And when Mother weaponizes, it's just a joy. I don't
It's
know. It's just a
insane.
joy.
It's insane.
so-
You feel like you've met someone like her.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
And
So no
I
tentative
like-
rating?
No, I mean right now it's hovering at least in a 4.5.
Okay.
I agree.
You know, and it's enjoyable right now. Like what I like about a good show is you're like, where's this going to go?
Right.
You know, like what are they going to do? And that's where you are at this point.
It's very visually appealing and it's well acted.
Yeah.
And it's well written. But it's like, where's
Where's
it
it
going
going to go?
to
Right.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing.
That
That's
makes
the whole
sense.
thing.
That makes sense.
But it's definitely worth your time, especially if you're a fan of Ridley Scott and if you're a fan of sci-fi. Because I was dying for some new hard sci-fi, you know, some really good
Absolutely.
sci-fi, and so that I'm really enjoying. Now this I'm going to talk about the new series Ratched on Netflix, which is from the creators of American Horror Story,
Mm-hmm.
and yes, it is gorgeous, and yes, stylistically it is just the way it's done and everything.
The
But here's-
colors, the
the
shots,
colors.
it's very vibrant,
Yeah.
very pretty.
Costumes, music.
And this is after only 2 episodes. There's only 2 episodes. 2 episodes. So I wrote this little story to explain how I felt about it.
Oh.
And if you have time for post production, if you could put a little happy music behind
music.
this,
Yeah, you got it.
little like
Yeah.
pop, you know. But so
He's not going to do it.
not at all. There once was a man named Heavy Handed Harry, and he lived in Overtoppington, the most over the top town of all of Overtopatopia. and Harry had the heaviest hands of all the heavy-handed contestants in every year's heavy-handedness contest. And one day in Overtoppington, heavy-handed Harry and his heavy hands was shown a copy of Ratched on Netflix, and heavy-handed Harry turned to the citizens of Overtoppington and said, "Well, that's a bit much, isn't it?"
Nice.
It is, the music gets to me a little bit, where it's just where it's like, okay, it's so over the top. Everything is so over the top. The performances are great, everything, but everything is so just saturated to the 10th degree. And I know that's the deal. That's the plan. That's the idea. And I like it and I hate it simultaneously because of that. It's so there are certain times where the music just where it's like, okay, we get it. We get it.
My God.
You know?
The shimmy that just happened out of this chair from Mandaddy was amazing.
He just knocked a small child over. I gotta say, Ryan Murphy and the American Horror Story, whatever the guy is, Chuck, whatever, they suck at writing.
It's like the first 4 episodes of every season, it's like, oh, where's this going to go? And then it just peters out.
They have no idea.
He also did Glee, by the way.
Oh, that's what he got his teeth. That's where
so
never watch it.
I never
Nip Tuck too, right?
Nip Tuck,
Nip Tuck.
And these are all like these shows where, again, it's kind of like where the style is there.
Style over substance.
And you're getting good talent in the show, but then it's just kind of like, and where is this going?
Yeah.
So are we all in agreement now? Like,
we'll see. We'll find out.
Kaz has been the only outlier.
Well, he hasn't watched it yet.
Oh, I watched the first episode.
Well,
oh, you did? Okay.
I don't think he has to watch this, but like we've all been talking about American Horror Story before,
and I watched
we've all
a lot
been
of American Horror Story.
Disappointed?
It's disappointing. I think
it always starts off like the first season was great. There's like little things.
Ghost House was great.
Good God, I hated that. They wrote themselves into a dead end on
Ghost
the
House?
second goddamn episode. Yes.
Oh, with all the deaths coming back. Yeah.
Yes.
What?
Thank you, Kaz. Kaz is pointing me.
We'll see where Ratched goes.
Yeah.
We'll see where Ratched goes.
Sarah Paulson's great.
Oh, she's amazing.
Of course.
I love Sarah Paulson, and she's amazing. And it's just kind of fun seeing her just look fantastic in these costumes and this color, and her acting the crap out of these scenes. But
yeah, you got that right.
Yeah, she's a beast for sure.
Nothing negative about the acting. It's just the not the songwriting, the story writing. Just sucks.
They can write a good scene. They clearly have like some type of like vision for like where it's going to go, you know, visually, thematically. But like, yeah, it does seem like the story is always kind of like tenuously kind of pinned together, like almost after the fact. They're like, what if there's a scene where like, you know, she has sex with like a monster?
Do it.
And then, but then how does that work?
It's a dream.
Yeah, exactly.
Some guy always pops out of the closet. It was a dream. Oh, dude, he's great. That
guy's
a dream.
That guy's good.
Every time.
That's one of the things I feel like fall into, like how soap operas are, where it's like, oh, they're died. Oh, somehow that's someone's twin. No, but that's really them again. Like that whole thing where it's like constant, like, what?
Just lazy writing.
Lazy writing, just to make it convenient.
Ryan Murphy.
Yeah, it's
Ryan Murphy writing.
Now, there's an example of a show that does a great job with stylistic is Marvelous Miss Maisel.
Oh, that's exactly what I thought the entire time. I was like, why can't she show up and just kick some butt in here?
Right.
Because it has the same sort of aesthetic when it comes to attention to color and attention to thematic ideas when it comes to the scene. But bring it.
You know why that's different? Because it was created by Amy Sherman Palladino, who is a goddamn goddess when it comes to writing. She did Gilmore Girls and what was the other one she did? Gilmore Girls.
Which I've never watched Gilmore Girls.
Come on,
but I heard it's
I've watched every single episode of Gilmore Girls, and I'm kind of like, I'll give it like a good solid 4.3 out of like.
What?
All right, look, I was like, I've lived with women, all right, and they like the Gilmore Girls. Like, you gotta like sometimes watch.
You lived with them, but did you become one?
Yeah, briefly.
Briefly.
Toxic masculinity. There,
Oh,
Mandaddy.
I'm sorry, I can't watch.
My lifeblood.
Amy Sherman Palladino created Gilmore Girls, and that the fast-paced writing set the course for comedy and sitcoms way ahead of its time.
Quick quip.
Yes.
Quick quips.
Yeah, but anyway.
It's like the old-timey like stage comedy thing. Like, say it fast, say it loud, and then it's funny.
Speak to the back. So I also got a movie, and this movie, this will be a short review. You'll be happy.
Okay.
Because you just can't say too much about this movie, and I want everyone to watch this movie. I want y'all to watch this movie. It's a time travel movie, which is one of my favorite genres.
Love time travel.
I love a good time travel movie.
I love it and hate it.
And this is like a time travel movie aficionados like the unicorn. There's just something about it where you're just like, okay, what? Okay, what? Okay, what? What? And I watched it last night because a friend of mine said, hey, let's have a thread of all time travel movies. And I mentioned Primer, one of my favorite time travel movies. And he said, oh, have you seen this movie? And so I watched it and I'm like, damn. And then today I made Lady Daddy watch it so I could have someone else to talk to about it because it says, you can't say too much. It's a time travel movie. It's with Ethan Hawke. It's called Predestination. And it came out in 2015, I believe. It's available right now on Pluto TV and Crackle. So there will be some annoying commercials, just because that's the only way I could find it. And
Crackle.
Crackle's all over.
Yeah, it's free. It's free.
You gotta have like a candy bar or something. Like
you have to open up a Baby Ruth, and then it comes on your TV. It's inner candy connectivity.
Then you have to have a 100 grand.
Exactly. Buy
I love a 100 grand bar.
And a Baby
Ruth good bar.
If it gets hot, if a 100 grand bar gets hot, it just becomes
chew.
like goo. With Predestination, it's Pluto, Crackle. And it's just a great time travel movie it's not a nerdy, over the top of the sci-fi elements. It also gets into a lot about gender identity and things of that nature. And it's really hard to talk about it. It starts off and
who's in it?
Ethan Hawke is the main actor.
And that's it? Was he the name brand guy?
Yeah, he's the main lead actor that you'll know. And
he's the main douche.
The main dude.
Douche, I said.
And basically, it starts off where a guy is in a time travel, police force, if you will. But it's not like that. It's not that cheesy. It's not that cheesy.
Time Cop was a
like
good
a
movie,
time
dog.
police officer, some type of time
security guard.
I hate all of you. But
I loved Time Cop.
Thank you.
And so he basically the exposition at the beginning is that he's trying to stop a bomber. That there's a bomber that's been going through time and blowing up stuff, and he's trying to stop this bomber. And so he sees get ready for his mission, and he goes to this bar, and he's the bartender at a bar, and a guy walks in, and they start having a conversation. And it leads to the guy saying, the person that came in saying that, I'll bet you this bottle of liquor that I have the craziest life story you've ever heard. And then the person starts telling their life story, and freaking crazy. And it's just, you can't give away anything after that, really, because it just starts rolling from there. And it has, not really a slow burn element to it, but it starts off, you're like, huh? And then you're just like, okay, what? Okay, whoa. Okay, wow.
I love these
what? Wait,
Mandaddy explanations of things, and it's always like, okay, wait, whoa, okay, whoa, whoa, okay, whoa, okay.
Because I made Lady Daddy watch it, and so while there are certain scenes where I'm just looking at her like, huh?
Right,
whatever.
Right.
Because I was so mad for the 18 hours or whatever it was before someone else could watch this movie that I could talk to about it. Because there's so many twists, and every time, and at the end you're like, huh?
I watched the binge with you, for you. So
this is
I'll definitely watch this.
This is better than binge. This is it's just I can't describe it more than it just being a really, really well done time travel movie. Which is one of my favorite genres. It's
About how long?
It's an hour and a half.
Oh,
yeah,
easy money.
In and out.
Yeah.
You're done. Except like I said, if you're watching on Crackle, the commercials are annoying.
Oh, it's so annoying.
Oh, they're such bad commercials on Crackle. But it's way worth your time if you're a fan of that genre. And if you haven't seen the movie Primer and you're a fan of time travel movies, then you have to see Primer.
Also, Time Cop.
No, Primer is totally different. Primer is a zero budget time travel movie that has the most complex time travel plot ever, where people have made posters that are go on a wall that show all the different splinters of the timeline and how it goes off and how it self-corrects. And this movie is one of the ones where I'm just I just sat there and think that's okay, so that means that, okay, then okay, that means this. Then okay, and just your brain just goes I'm going to think about this for the next day. I'm going to have a subroutine in the back of my head. It's just going to be working on figuring out how this all
That's
works
what it's
together.
supposed to do. You're
this does it so it's so well.
Nice.
So I will give this one. I'll give it a 5.75.
Wait, hold on, 5.7.
5.75.
Wait, hold on. Let me do the math. I got to click the thing over
here. It's going
here.
to be a 76.
Yeah, you don't do that.
75, 76.
You
only know because of the calculator, smart guy.
Shut up.
Do it in your head.
That's an 81.4.
See, that's what I said.
Yeah, I mean,
is that what you said?
No.
If you're a fan of
so what was
time
that?
travel movies,
What was it called?
Predestination.
Predestination.
You can find it on
81.4.
Crackle. You can find it on Pluto TV. It's just, if you're a fan of that genre, it just does it really well. And it gets into a lot of emotional stuff. Like I said, they touch on, or not even touch on, a large thing about how to do with gender identity and things like that. And it's just a very unique movie, and it does the genre justice.
All right, well, let's get the hell out of here.
All right, it is time now for us to check out of here, which means we have things we want you to check out. Hey, Fritz, what would you like people to check out this week?
One thing I would like for you to check out is Corvus Incorporated. That's the band that Sabrina, Amber, and I have. And you can find us on Spotify, YouTube, and all over, and hopefully, iHeartRadio.
All right, Angela, what would you like the people to check out?
I don't know if anyone here in the community has checked out Feed the Need.
No.
Which is actually an arm of Four Rivers Barbecue and is a nonprofit foundation that actually was created to help Orlando's performing arts community.
Oh.
So they set up these food drives, and
that's really cool.
And I actually volunteered at one a couple of months ago, and there are working actors who and performers and musicians and singers and dancers,
players, everything
that they're not working right now, and some places have closed. So this nonprofit organization helps them at least keep artists fed around the community. So check out Feed the Need.
Nicely done.
Kaz, what would you like the people to check out?
I checked out a couple places in town. Luke's Kitchen, and every time I drive by it, I'm like, God, there's no way that's good.
So where's that?
Kind of Maitland Maitland area, right across the street from Antonio's.
Yes.
If you know where Antonio's
I've
is,
heard
which
some
is
really good things.
So
Yeah,
I went in there, and it kind of gave me this like, okay, this is going to be very kind of frou-frou, like fia kind of vibe, but it was spectacular. Oh my God. Dude, their mahi-mahi was, it was served on this, I've never seen before. It's served on a big piece of like grilled sourdough sitting in the bowl with the sauce, so it kind of got soft and it was underneath.
That sounds so
But,
good.
Wait, hold on. Boing!
It had,
Yeah, seriously.
it had like a bunch of like
Even
grilled
me.
like ramp onions.
That's 3
and
boners.
It's called a sploosh.
It's got a
Oh,
sploosh.
sploosh. Yeah, that's an official sploosh. The mahi was spectacular to the point where there were these little bits of like yellow in it, and I was so lemony. I was like, "Is that lemon rind?" It was actual lemon peel with the pith and everything, and I was like, eating them right out of the sauce, no bitterness, no nothing. It's perfectly mellow, and to the point where we finished our meal, and I got up and I walked over to the kitchen. It's like an open kitchen thing.
What is
and I
that?
walked over and I was like, guys, okay, like please tell me what happened with the lemon rinds. Like, and the guys
And
were
they're
like,
like,
you like
please,
them
sir,
off?
leave the expo area.
No, they were super cool. That was the greatest part.
Get them out!
They were cleaning up. It was like kind of last call.
Why are you
time.
pocketing ramekins?
It was like, sir, put that down. But they walked me through the process of how they did it, and they were like really excited
cool.
about like the fact that I was excited about it. So the vibe there was fantastic. The service was great. So go check out Luke's
Where is
Kitchen.
this?
It's pretty
Luke's
cool.
Kitchen?
Maitland and whatever.
Maitland, I think it's 1792 Maitland Avenue, isn't it?
Yeah,
Nice,
right where
okay.
Antonio, across the street from
So
Antonio's.
Luke's Kitchen.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, for my checkout this week, right now, the bars are open now. Be respectful and be careful of the regulations. Will's Pub is open, and he's having some entertainment. He's having
Are
some
they
outdoor
doing Swine and
entertainment.
Sons?
Yeah, that's who they're
Oh, that's
partnering
a good
with.
idea.
Swine
They're
and
partnering
Sons.
with Swine and Sons.
Right?
Love Swine and Sons. That is like my Sunday morning delicious. Deliver that to me right now.
Nice.
Oh, I love Swine and Sons.
That's who he's partnering with, and so he doesn't have the food open yet, but he's going to be having some outdoor entertainment like Kaylee Baker. So that's us. We thank you for being you, and thank you very much for listening. This is Fort Fritz on Real Radio 104.1.
Until next time, pleasant dreams.